glitch. Good morning. Good morning to you, I say. Good morrow. How is everybody? Obviously, my phone decided it's time to talk. Let's see. Did anybody interesting call me? No. No, it told me I'm live. I have something exciting today. I have a reading with Tammy Manzo. Do you? Good morning, Nancy. I'm reading with Tammy. I'm well overdue. I was supposed to have it at the beginning of the year, so I'm getting it for the beginning of next year. And I always sit down and take a notebook with me and a calendar. So I have to go get a calendar before I stop to do this today, before I go to work. What is going on here? So good morning. Good morning. So Tammy Manzo is amazing. She does such an incredible astrology reading. Her readings are off the charts, you guys. She spends so much time and she goes so in depth that you want to have a calendar to mark down the days. So she's so good that it was like 2 years ago, I wrote down dates that she had given me and it was in my calendar. And the day we decided to open the shop, like we decided, let's sign the lease, she put financial changes coming. She didn't say what kind. No. But when I look back at it, I went, holy crap, look at that right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good morning. I see Heather. I said, good morning. Great. You get to see me today. Is that Tammy? Who is that? Who is that? And then this evening, everybody is class with Good Day. I can't, some people I just see Facebook users. Then tonight is, I believe tonight is Amy. Hi, Jansen. I get to see you today. There's no honey. There is honey, but it's smaller jars of honey. And I shall message him now. What's he saying? Oh, yes, I get to see Christina today. She'll be in the shop doing readings today between 11 and 3, 4 o'clock, somewhere that way. And then we have Danielle Small in shop tonight doing Healy, and then it's an energy vibrational reading device. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not going to even act like I do. And then she'll also be offering intuitive healing sessions as well. So we have Amy Bradley tonight in the membership. It's me. Tonight is me. Bring your pendulums. Tonight is Bring Your Pendulum night with Amy. Okay, so Amy's on here. So Amy's on tonight. And I believe that because I don't have my calendar in front of me. It's at the shop. I believe that's at 7. Is that at 6 Central time, Amy? Is that 6 Central or 7 Central? You're on your last glass of honey. Okay. Awesome. Come on in. Pendulums. You have a new one you was gifted. Did everyone have fun on Halloween? I absolutely, yes, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, you guys. So 6 Central, 7 Eastern is when Amy will be on this evening. Halloween, I forgot it was Halloween. So many things had gone on before Halloween. I totally forgot it was Halloween. And frankly, what day was Halloween? What day this week was Halloween? Frankly, I did not care. Just telling you, we've had a tumultuous week this week. Odin, thank God, is actually here with us. He has had a very, very rough week. And we've been in Toledo with the emergency vets, and we've been back and forth to the vets. And so he is very, very lucky to be with us at this point. And we're still on shaky ground. So we've been sitting with him constantly, but middle of the night vet appointments are never good, right? So anyways, he's doing okay at the moment. He's on some new meds. We'll see if those work. If those don't work, we're just shooting arrows in the water is what we're doing. Anyhow, moving on. So Halloween, when we woke up for Halloween, I'm like, I'm just getting dressed. I have to go to work because we have people out sick too. So I will be there all day today, Christina. Well, maybe not all day. I'm not going to be there right when you get there because I'm here, right? So anyways, but when Halloween rolled around, I was like, oh, people come roll. This is how I realized it was Halloween. I'm driving down the road and John Dutton walked by and I was like, I'm not in Texas. We didn't see a lot of that in Texas. We saw most of the real cowboys in Montana and Oklahoma. So where you see the real cowboys, right? And or I'm driving down the road, I'm like, I called my friend Shannon. I'm like, John Dutton just walked down the road. Where's that other guy? What's his name? I know somebody knows. What's his name? What's the other guy's name? I don't remember. So have you guys seen the Opus things on Facebook? They're like the sound vibrational healing bed Opus. Have you guys seen these ads on Facebook? Good morning, Tammy. There's Tammy Manzo. I was talking about you. I was talking about Tammy. If you guys have not had a reading by Tammy before, North Node Venus Astrology, you guys on Facebook. North Node Venus Astrology. The beginning of the year is coming. I'd love to get her book to come in the shop because I know I have a lot of people that are looking for astrology to be able to come in and book. But I mean to tell you, she does a wonderful online reading. You guys will walk away so educated. I mean it. You'll feel like you're on top of the world because you know how to plan your year. Sam already has his. So yeah. So North, who got sick? Odin. Oh, who got sick? Who got sick? Caitlin's sick. Caitlin's out sick. Yeah. So I told her to keep her funk home. I did. She's like, I'm sick. She was on Facebook. I'm like, keep it there. Don't bring it in. And then I thought, oh, that was kind of callous. So then I put another message. Feel better soon. Good morning, Barbara. I saw you on the podcast the other day. And it's so funny because I could only see like 2 Facebook people come across and everybody else was YouTube on the Ghost Squad Scotland. And I saw Barbara. I saw Barbara and Heather. They were on YouTube. And it was a really interesting, Odin was sick. Odin is sick. Odin is not well. So this is where we're at on Odin. It's between an ear infection and a brain tumor. That's where we're at. Good morning, Billy Ann. So but I couldn't comment on the I was trying to comment on the feed. I can't comment when I'm a guest on that. So you know how hard that is. Thank you guys. Yeah, he is officially our last Dane. If I just can't do this anymore. They're so short. Their lives are so short. And he's only 5 or 6. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, Odin does his best to eat the special food. Buford does. So Odin doesn't have to eat it. And here's Buford. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He is 12 going on 13 and you would not know it. Anyhow, moving on. Enough about the dogs. Moving on. So yes, tonight I have a reading with Tammy Manzo, and I'm sure I'll get on tomorrow and be like, oh my God, you guys, the reading with Tammy Manzo was off the charts. Amazing. Book your appointment. So I'm going to type this here so that you know to go to North Node Venus Astrology on Facebook. And that is where you'll find Tammy Manzo's page. She is amazing. Yep, there's Mr. Fry. He typed it. Oh, no, that was me. I typed it. He's not here. Anyhow, we're getting ready for, Billy Ann says, oh my gosh, I've had one, and it's just a life changer. She is so amazing. We've been with Tammy as our astrologer now. What is it, Tammy, since like 2007 or 2008, believe it or not. When you came out to the house that time and we had people come in here and did readings. Long time ago. Okay. So today we are thinking of adding another puppy to the fam. It's always beautiful, right? To be able to bring in an animal and absolutely love them. And then you see videos of people that just neglect the crap out of their animals or street animals. And if you've ever been on a reservation, they call them the res dogs. I know it's the name of a movie too, but they're res dogs. And they are some of the mangiest, poor looking things. And I just want to go, oh God, let's take them home. I think it's probably where I've seen some of the worst conditions in person on dogs is out west. And they just are left to wander. Who's in Florida? Says, yes, I wish I could do it in person. Tammy, you want to come to Florida? Heather, I hope all is well with visiting the hospital and everything's well, family. Okay. Hey, Tammy, you want to take a road trip? We'll tour the United States. It'll be fun. Okay. Good morning, Vicki. Roop. Good morning. So this morning, let's pull a card. That's what I feel like doing. Okay. Calm down. We're gonna pull a card. I had somebody ask me to have more cards made the other day. Oh, Angel. Oh, that was an Angel. And I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist. I need to perfect my deck of cards. Road tripping is the best, right? I'm gonna take a road trip with my BFF in February. We're gonna go out to Tucson to the Gem Show. And any t-shirts left? Yes, there are t-shirts left. There's My Mystical Life. No, there's the Mystical Moons t-shirts and the Witchy Weekend t-shirts are left as well. I'm getting ready to make I think some more t-shirts here in the next couple days when I can bring myself down to earth here. Okay, we're gonna pull a card. Shall we pull a card? Let's pull a card. Oh my gosh, this is a great card. Ashley Jensen, good morning from Oregon. Good morning from Oregon. That's one of the states I've only stepped a foot in. So I can say I've been to 48 states. Yes, 48 states, but I've only stepped a foot in Oregon. So I can say I've been there, but only for a wedding. And I went right over the line for a wedding and it was really, really beautiful. They might be on the website, Billy Ann. I'll have to look. I'll have to look. Does anybody on here know how to do like TikTok shop, like the shop for TikTok? Boom. Let me tell you what, that thing is hell on earth. Still in the stroke unit, making small progress each day. Okay, Heather. Just sending love and light your way. Your whole family's way. I'll look at that, Billy Ann. Focus. Today's card is about focus. Oh, and this is so true. The situation you have been watching needs your total focus and attention. Need your attention. We scatter ourselves, and oh my gosh, if you guys watch me for any length of time, you know that I do this. I scatter myself like a wreckage across a bunch of different things at any given time, and I'm trying to cover a bunch of different bases. And I'm learning that it is not necessary. And I think it's a generational learning thing. I really, really do. And Angel could probably confirm this. If you're sitting still, you're lazy. Anybody else taught that? If you're sitting still, you're lazy. If you're not doing something at every given moment, you're lazy. And I really think it was a learned behavior. Sitting back and watching our parents now, it is I see it and I don't like it. Not that that's theirs. They can do that, right? TikTok is wild. I had to get off. I was doing readings on there. I was doing short videos and that's it. So TikTok and TikTok Shop are two different things. So they just opened TikTok Shop where you can actually put your products on TikTok and then there's a clickable link underneath it. And they have made it so difficult. And I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy, but I'm walking away like almost in tears going, I just can't do this. I'm looking for somebody that knows what the heck they're doing on it. Angel agrees. I hate moving all the time. But if I sit still, it drives me nuts. This is something that we can be taught as children and we carry on through our life. And here's what it does. It makes us feel like we're dedicated. Like we are so forward moving that we're great. We're getting everything done. We look like we're achieving. But are we doing any more than really spinning our wheels a lot of the time? I got overwhelmed just doing the readings. There was no way I was clicking on that. Girl. See, I don't get on and do the readings. But we want to be able to put the store on there because we just listed it on TikTok, the store, and we've had orders, but we haven't done any advertising on there. And I'm like, God, if we did some advertising, what would happen? That would be great, because who isn't afraid of this economy? Anybody? Dia de los Muertos. Good afternoon. Good morning, Michael. Yes, it is the Day of the Dead. But who isn't worried about the economy? So we're trying to make sure we're covered on all of our bases, and we're making the best use of all of our things, right? And that one. I'm working on setting up boundaries for work, but I also picked up another client. I know, right? Isis. It's Isis. Good morning, Isis. So just because we're always moving and because we're always doing something doesn't actually mean the reading is productive as we could be if we maybe just focused on the thing that needed our attention and work on that, right? Trying to do a million different things and look like you're going a million miles an hour, and you probably are, is only going to wear you out. Because when you are more focused, it allows you to really be in the moment, who you are, and it just feel like you're creating more of an impact. Really, Billy Ann? She says you can do a daily crystal or item for sale and put it on Instagram as well to direct it to your TikTok shop. See, it's supposed to sync with Shopify. And I get away from the computer. Go, visible twitch. Sam's like, what's wrong? I'm like, don't touch me. Stay away from me. So when do you feel most powerful? And I'm not talking about, like ego. I'm not talking about that. Nia is sick and in the middle of semester for school. Hopefully she'll pass her classes. Sending you love and light, Nia. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sending you love and light. But when do you feel most powerful? And this is a question. When do you feel most powerful? When you wear some really great shoes? Okay, I've had moments where I felt really great wearing really great shoes, right? But what is it that helps you feel secure and moving forward? Andrina, good morning from Scotland. I'm not tech savvy. Your class will not include PowerPoint or video. No, that's fine. The purpose of the classes is to let each person do their own thing. So you guys, if you've not been on classes lately, if you're not a member or you have been a member and you're not anymore, the classes are not just 4 classes anymore. We have a library of over 250 classes in the library. So they're all recorded classes, but then we have 12 teachers a month now that you can pick and choose what classes you want to go to. And the beauty of that is you get to see the classes you want to see. And if you can always watch the recording because I'm always posting them, right? But each teacher teaches differently. And it's really kind of cool. I like it. And we're going to be looking to add some more teachers as well. I'm not doing that quite yet because we're still getting comfortable with the community not being on Facebook as much. It is an abundance of knowledge, right, Isis? And Isis does practices, so everybody gets to get on and do practices. And Isis, if you press the record on those, I will start transferring those over to the recording so that people can view them. As long as everybody knows that they're being recorded, that's not a problem. I'm good with that. I think you said something about that. Good morning, everybody. So where do you feel most powerful, though? Is it when you're doing your spiritual practice because you're calm and centered and right here, right now? I think that's a wonderful place to feel powerful because we have so much flow, right? We should have so much flow. And if you're not living in that ego, if you're not, look at me, look what I can do, you have this clear channel. You do. I do like a good pair of shoes, though. Although I'm very conscious of my feet. I don't want to hurt my feet because mom's feet is busted and I don't want those feet. I might go on, what is that? That foot thing. Something only we joke about it. Spiritual practices raise your vibration. You need to give a review to Tammy Manzo because I'm telling you, yeah, right, Billy Ann. She's amazing. OnlyFans. I can never remember that. Yeah, the feet. And you heard it here. Okay. Not going to do that. I have a tattoo on my foot. People would know who it was. Not on my foot, but not that big. Isn't that funny? I am absolutely 100% terrified, horrified of needles. Do not inject anything into my body. But a tattoo? I have two. One was, who has a tattoo? Anybody have? A lot of people do, but the first one, I had a whole anklet put on, and my friend convinced me it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal. Just have a whole anklet put on. And the tattoo artist was like, first tattoo? Great job. And then the other one goes all the way down my back. And it is, you can make so much money. You have cute feet. A lot of marketing goes into it, though. The other one goes down my back, all the way down my spine. And I sat there. A very nice young man in Hawaii did it. You bought the Himalayan natural salt crystal foot detox blocks. I've not used it yet, but I thought it was pretty cool. I have to look at that. Heather's a tattoo freak. Yours are epic. They are epic. Absolutely. But I had this nice little Hawaiian gentleman doing mine. Juana says, I have one. And there's lots of schools of thought on them, right? Don't ruin your body, blah, 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 blah. He was Hawaiian. He was cute. No, that had nothing to do with it. He did a great job. He free-handed out, it is tribal, not tribal, it's Hawaiian glyphs with sea turtles and whale tails in them. Okay. Yeah, to each their own. Absolutely. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? You would love to be tattooed in Hawaii? Girl, we know a guy. He is fabulous. You have to, and I really kind of need to go get touched up. And who wants to use different ink? I don't want to go someplace you're going to use different ink. Go back to Hawaii for that. Okay. Okay. Got you. I know one of these Facebook users is Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley, are you still here? You was tattooed, right, Billy Ann? I'm not doing it the old way. I'm doing it with a gun, but let me let you get your mama back straight. Hey. Okay. Yes, you are. Angel guidance. Woo! Angel guidance. That's not a card. That's just angel guidance. The first thing I get is this smell, and not a bad smell. So when I come across the smell, it is this, I get this sensation right here that means somebody is surrounded by angels, or they're constantly smelling angels. It's somebody that can pick up angel presence around them. But I would like to talk to you about the angel of change. Okay. I want to talk to you about the angel of change. And a lot of, he comes across for me, Archangel Ezekiel, as the angel of death. And that sounds scary, right? But if you're a tarot reader or any kind of card reader, you know that when we have an end of one thing, you have a beginning of another. right? When you have the determination of one thing, something new opens up for you. And that's what they're talking about right now. You're really being shadowed by that particular angel. And I have a lot of compassion for this particular angel because this one gets the bad rap and thrown under the bus a lot just because religious perceptions put him as being this horrible, sinning whatever, right? But actually, this is a wonderful angel that comes and helps ferries others to the other side. And this is a huge burden as well, but a huge blessing, a beautiful job as well. So that's part of his job, but mostly it just represents change, the end of one thing and the beginning of another. And this particular card talks about the justice in the situation of change and beginnings. So how one thing ends and everything will come back better. It's going to be more beautiful, more rich, more open, more. Come on, it's a new deck of cards. They don't want to work right. Well, they don't want to come apart right. That's one. About bringing in new visions, new dreams, new awakenings, new possibilities, all these new things that you could be bringing in on a regular basis. And just go through it wonderfully light, right? Go into it and be like, this is good. This is all good, all wonderful. And I'm going to move forward and everything's going to be, great. Keep that thought in your mind. Just upward and onward and high vibrating, and the change that is going to happen is going to be quite dynamic for you. I think that you're going to enjoy a lot of things that come from it. But make sure you pay. It has been a couple of years since my separation. Things are finally coming together. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of things that are getting ready to shift and change, and new creations coming. You're welcome. But I'm also supposed to tell you to pay attention to some of the smaller details. And they're showing that by you looking at something on the ground and picking it up and examining it, and not just, it's something you normally would have walked by. So there's going to be something around you that you should be paying more attention to, it's part of your daily life. And you just go, oh, look, that's there. It's always been there. But start paying attention to some of the details that you might, and you'll have the aha moment about it. It's not going to be like you're going to just run, you're going to walk past it. You'll look at it and go, oh, now I understand that. Okay, that's what I need to pay more attention to. You'll get it. You might not understand what I'm talking about right now. Okay. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. Ooh, I like that, Billy Ann. Billy Ann is moderating the newsletter and posting on, she posts out the newsletter and all these wonderful things. And she is suggesting, would anybody want to do a challenge to write something they are grateful for every day in November in the membership? So we can create a challenge within the membership to do this. Just getting a census. I think that would be wonderful. Good morning, Linda. Because how long would it take? 30 seconds out of your day, right? And at the end of that month, think about the change in energy and vibration. I like that, Billy Ann. Okay, moving on. What else do we have going on this week? Next week, we had somebody walk into the shop. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Her name is Virginia. And it just happened to fall this way. Just happened. I swear that was not planned. So on the 11th, she is going to come in and do a sound bath at the shop. And we will put this across to the membership as well. But she's going to do a sound bath and with the crystal bowls. By the way, we do have 3 sets of crystal bowls in the shop now. They are not in the store. Magic is afoot. They're not in the online store. You will not find them there yet. Because frankly, they're still in the boxes, and Mr. Fry has to get them out and make that happen. But we do have 3 sets of crystal bowls. But this Virginia is coming in on November 11th at 11 o'clock in the morning and doing a sound bath. There's my husband. So 11, 11 at 11. We did not plan that at all. 11, 11 at 11. We will be having a sound bath in the shop. So if you are anywhere nearby, you might want to catch that. It's going to be really, really cool. She is not charging for it, but I am going to ask for donations just for her because just for her travel time and things like that, because she is coming from about an hour away. Michael Groomer says, could there be a slight twist of what I'm grateful for every day in November after coffee? Yes, after coffee. I get that. I get it. Anyhow, moving on. I'm really excited. Then we have drumming circle the next week. Check the calendar. We have a very full calendar. Reiki 1 is on the 19th. It's the 19th? 18th. Reiki 1 is on the 18th. I have to leave this up to Sam as to whether he wants to do online and in person, or just in person. So is it online? I can make online happen as well. Let me confer with my counterpart. And because I can be facilitating the online while he's talking, I can be doing that. That's not a problem. So that will be up today. I will have that listed today on the webpage. There's a charge for Reiki. Yes, it is a certified Reiki class, attunement and all. Jansen is reading that day. We can change your day, Jansen. We can change your day. Absolutely. If you'd like to. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop? Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Actually, Nia Anderson, are you still here? Whoop whoopsie. Whoop whoopsie whoop. Yes. Okay. Nia, I want to talk about your connection to the other side. I don't know if it's somebody that's you're missing tremendously, but I just feel like you're getting connection and you're getting communication from the other side. I get a little push, and it's different. It's not like I'm getting mediumship. Hi, Demia. It is not like, is it Demia or Demia? I'll figure it out. It's not like I'm getting a push of mediumship. It's like mediumship is coming from this direction, which is a little bit weird to me. And this is also the maternal side of the body. So I'm not quite sure what they're trying to give me as information. But they're just trying to say, hey, if you're experiencing a great deal of sadness over somebody that's passed away, and I know that's kind of a blanket statement, right? It's hard to get over somebody passing, but their presence is right there. And if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. I need you to give yourself some validation and say, yes, I am aware that I'm getting some kind of communication or some kind of emotion or I feel a presence. Just take that on. Okay. Take that on and be like, okay, that's a legit thing. That's a legit thing. I just know that there's something like right here. There's something right here. And if it's a presence, that's all I know. Let's see. I would also not be surprised. Demia. Just like it's spelled. Okay. Demia. I got it right. Okay. Just double checking. I don't like to mispronounce people's names. You can feel your mom's energy. Yeah. It's amazing, right? You currently have a headache there. That's a big indicator too. Of course, headaches are normal, right? But when we do have things that happen like that, and then someone comes on and says something like this, you can take that as validation and now ask the headache to go away and be like, you know what, I've gotten that information. Now you can move on. You can move on. Spirit has so many different ways of being able to validate itself for us, doesn't it? To bring itself across in information. So now just kind of be like, all right, I released that. I understand. And now I'm going to work on that and try to figure out who it is. But you don't need to give me a headache because it's kind of rude. I'm glad Bill doesn't give me headaches. He just does other things. It's so weird. Like the video. The video is so cool. I got to say, that's going to be something that I hold on to for the rest of my life. That little clip of video that just said, you cannot ignore this. Has anybody else gotten a piece of validation from Spirit that you can sit back and go, there's no way I can ignore that? I could try to science, rude is right, but grateful. I can try to science things away. Good morning, Katrina. But there's some things you can't science away. Some things are unexplainable, and that's beautiful, isn't it? I think it's beautiful. When we were in Marfa, Texas, of course, you're standing at the front desk and you're like, has anybody been able to find a really good, credible reason for the Marfa lights? Because I'm curious. I want to know, is it the left side of my brain is like, is it an atmospheric anomaly? Because they were saying it only comes out on clear nights, right? So my brain's going, okay, so that's something reflecting off of something. What is it? But it's been happening since indigenous populations have recorded it for eons, right? So it can't be headlights, and it can't be electrical lines, and it can't be all these other things. So my brain, I'm trying to validate it. Does that make it any better? Any more wow, right? And the gentleman behind, or the lady behind the desk said, the problem with validating it is if somebody figures out what it is, what happens to our town? So it's not always great to find the answer, right? Because this tiny little Texas town does a lot of tourism on the Marfa Lights. So sometimes having the exact answer isn't what we need. We need to have the mystery and the wow. Having those moments leaves no room for doubt, strengthens your belief in Spirit during times when I question yourself. And I get it, Isis. There's times where when you first started, and this is for all of us, right? When we first start on our journey, there's so much self-doubt. There's so much doubt in the whole thing. Like, am I crazy? Good thing about that is if you're questioning whether you're crazy or not, you're not. Right? If you're questioning whether you're bonkers, you're probably not. That's a good thing, right? Good morning, Vicki McHale. So awesome. But we doubt ourselves. We worry. We go, must be my imagination. Well, it's a good thing that our imagination is 99.9% of our intuition. We have to have that to fish from, right? So what really makes a good intuitive? We're all crazy together and we're normal. But what makes a good intuitive? You do. Your own belief in yourself is what elevates yourself to open your mouth and put out the words. We just had, I know there's several people on the feed that just finished our latest psychic development class, right? And that distracted me. I'm so sorry. But what's the difference between that first day of class and the third day of class? Are you a different person? Or did you go, well, screw it. I signed up for this. I paid for this. And this is why I'm doing it, which is also, by the way, why I charge. A lot of people do psychic development for free, right? And we do this for free. But when you pay for something, you value it more, you're more likely to attend. Absolutely. Having fun, working with others, asking questions and finding communing, willingness to grow, all these things, right? So your self-confidence level in yourself, when you start to do this, rises. And the more strength of self-confidence you have, the more information you get, because you guys go, look at that. Good morning, Renee. Good morning. So it has been a minute. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me, Nancy? It's been a minute since you caught me. Who'd you catch? Is it me? Bye, Jansen. See you later. So it's that self-confidence level that really starts to ramp things up. And then all of a sudden Spirit goes, look at that, look at that, look at that lighthouse that wants to talk to me. I'm glad you're here too, Nancy. Preparing for a funeral. Love and light that way, Katrina. Absolutely. Someone asked Linda asked how the vet appointment went. Linda, I'm just expensive. No, I don't care. I don't care. We don't care. The vet's like, there's a limit to the money, right? And I'm like, if you want to put a limit on it, I'm like, here's the card. Just take the card. So he is. It's gone. Did your headache go away? Nia, did your headache go away? Isn't that amazing? I'm so happy for you, because that's another layer of validation. They're really trying to get your attention. I don't know. Do you read or anything like that? Do you read? Isn't that amazing? I know, Nancy. But it's not you, it's me. I swear it is, because I've not been able to get on as often as I would like. So, I'm trying to get my life back on track. And notice that it's a difference. I'm not trying to cover all my bases. I'm trying to get my life back on track. It's been a tumultuous year for me and for our whole family. But yeah. Vet appointment. You're studying for, so that'll help you get that taken care of. Ask Archangel Michael to come in and help you with your testing. And just help impart a lot knowledge. Oh, don't blame me. It's just I had to step away from the feeling of guilt of not being on constantly. I've put a lot of pressure on myself to be there, and it just made my life a little bit harder. So I've had to step away from that pressure that I put on myself, and it makes everything so much easier. So the vet appointment, Renee was asking about we had to rush Odin into the ER vet Sunday night, and he is he's here. He's doing okay. He's holding his own at the moment, and he's laying down over here. And if he got up, you guys would be really sad, because he is. It almost looks like he had a stroke, but he didn't have a stroke. So it's anywhere between, this is horrible. This is what they told me though. It's between an ear infection and a brain tumor. So it's somewhere in there. And, but we're going for ear infection, and we'll know by tomorrow. If he starts improving, then we're in the ear infection level. If not, then we have to reassess. But poor guy, I mean, his whole eyelid, and he's a Great Dane, so he's huge. His eyelid just, and just go, what happened? Hey, Haley, I want you to know, Haley, that I got a message from you this morning on Facebook that just said hello. And I knew it wasn't you. I think it's on your old hacked account. So I think it's yours. I think it was yours. Yeah, because I don't know. But he'll be fine. He's going to be fine. It's just, he didn't want to get out of the car yesterday because he fell out of the car at the vet's office and I couldn't catch him. He's 150 pounds and it's a lot of leg flying everywhere. And hi, Coletta. Hi, Colette. And so when it come time to get out of the car at the house, he was like, oh, I ain't having that. I ain't playing that again. It took us 15 minutes to drag that dog out of the car. I'm like, Haley, let me double check that because, oh, I'm sorry, Emerald. Emerald's people are, it's Emerald's old account. I don't know if Emerald would just say hello to me. So I did not reply. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of messages. Holy crap. Hold on, I'm trying to get rid of the messages on my screen. Oh, there we go. Okay. 20 messages later. Good morning, Sandy. Yeah, so it must be Emerald's account that they're acting again up and trying to message. So anyhow. Yeah, so Renee, I'm hoping really on the yeah, it's probably the random hacker. Okay. We're going for ear infection just because that's what we need. And he walks sideways and trips over himself, and he has a hard time coming up the steps and up and down the steps. He's tried walking off the side of the porch a couple times. Very disoriented. He'll stand in the yard and look like, where the hell am I at? And then you have to kind of instruct him on how to get back to the house. What else is he doing? There's just a lot of little things. He wasn't able to get up off the floor the other day, and that's when we went to the emergency vet. And that happened like that. It was really quick. Anyhow, yeah. So he'll be okay. We'll know by tomorrow. He is on steroids right now. So we'll see. He'll be fine. I suppose I should put my clothes in the dryer so I can wear clothes to work. Yeah, that's what we think too. We're hoping that, Renee. Absolutely. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a whoop whoop? You're very welcome, Nia. Is it, just when we have things like that happen, that's one of the things why I call it 2x4 therapy. Because when we have things like that happen, I would feel like I actually got whopped in the back of the head by a 2x4. It was like a physical pain. And then I would get the message and it would go away. That's why I call it 2x4 therapy, because I actually got the physical discomfort that went with it. This one is for all you psychics out there. Who do you think this is for? No, it's not fair. This is for Isis, actually. No more 2x4 therapy. I enjoy I don't like the physical discomfort, but when I get 2x4 therapy, I feel like I have leveled up. Like I've become more aware. Like I've had something that my guides are like, okay, glad you got that. Now we can move on. Duh. She figured it out. These humans. Isis, it's talking about loving each other and being you almost you should have. You're so psychic. Loving each other, because we're all connected, right? Oh, what a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. Shumara. That's gorgeous. We're all connected. Sometimes it's hard to love each other, isn't it? Sometimes it's hard to be 2 or 3 or 4 different human beings. And it's not about a love relationship necessarily either. It could very much be about humanity and the people you work with and the people that are around you. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, you get the duh therapy. So all those things. Oh, gosh, what is it with you, Elizabeth, today? What is it with you today? Oh, what do you got going on? Anyhow, that was just a push of emotion that I got with that. That's amazing. Elizabeth Caputa and I have something, and we haven't quite figured it out yet. I don't know that we've actually pinned it to the wall yet, but we have a mutual historical person that is just, I don't know, that was just weird. That was weird. Here it is, right? Because through acceptance and through loving other people, regardless of who they are, even the people that are annoying and even the people that piss us off and aggravate us and stress us and all of those things, right? All of those relationships, out to get your hair did. All of those relationships create a larger picture of our life, right? Not just who I am at this point and who I am at work and who I am at home and who am I as a wife and who am I as a mother. But this brings all these things together like this because, and I've been asking this of like over the last month or so, because who are you and how are you defined? And it's all of these things together that help us see the picture of us. Because this is how we learn how to love who we are. All of those things bring together a picture. Not one thing makes you who you are. It is a puzzle piece of a million different things that bring together who you are. And by seeing the goodness or the qualities or the what we don't like in other people, all those things help us figure out how to love ourselves better. I love that card. It's beautiful. So de-stress yourself. That's not on the card. De-stress yourself. Take a step back. Take a deep breath. And just kind of look around and be like, this is where I'm at. And this is why I'm here. Are you exactly where you want to be? Because you need to be stepping forward in all of that and being yourself. Amazing. I've been asking my guides who I am. It's a hard question, isn't it? It's not a hard question. It's a hard answer. Like, and we were talking about work ethic earlier, because a lot of people define themselves by their work ethic and the roles they play in this lifetime, not actually who they are. Who are you? I'm a hard worker. I do this and this and this and this and this. Okay, that's great. But anyhow. And with that, I'm moving on. Mr. Danny is a thing for everyone who encounters him. Are we talking about Danny Kaye? Is that what we're talking about? Need to move forward, but told to be patient. I am lost without having a job. Yeah, right? You're welcome, Isis. It's like, I got a reading. Yeah, Danny Kaye, I don't know. And Elizabeth and I know that there's a working theory, and I have not revisited it just because I've been doing a couple other things. I only see me here. Whoever, everybody else is probably, let's see where they're at. Wow, they're scattered today. There's 9 on My Mystical Life, 2 on the Mystical Moons, 7 on the private membership, 1 on the Mystical Moons, 2 on, that's another page, 2 on YouTube. There's a lot that goes in here. And then 1 on Late Bloomers. Not having a job gives us a chance to find ourselves or fall apart. Don't fall apart. Danny Kaye has such an energy, and I'm really not even totally aware. I haven't sat down and watched any of his movies. I don't think I can. I didn't even think about it. I think I've seen maybe 1 or 2 in my lifetime, but I don't even know how we started talking about him, Elizabeth. I don't even know. How did we start talking about him? I don't even remember. But I don't know. I don't know. He has such a big energy, and it's kind of like, and this is it's kind of like working with Prince, or it's kind of like he's a man of, not Prince, but Danny Kaye is a man of the ages. This isn't the only lifetime he's done this type of thing. So he's done many broad artistic things throughout history that brings him into who he is, right, on a soul level. Yeah, his energy is incredible. So even back, the energy from his movies, I'm assuming, would translate right through to today, because you see clips, just pictures of him, and I go, whoo. He gave a brief step back. I don't remember. But just the pictures, energy rolls off of him like a freight train. So I'm almost it would be interesting to sit down and do some trance mediumship, see if I can bring them across, but I try not to target who I'm going to go with. That's why if I sit down to dinner, which I haven't done in a long time, which I need to. Anyway, bleh. Onward. All right, I'm going to go put my clothes in the dryer because that's important. I have to have pants. Oh, Richard did it. Thank you. My mom went back to work after retirement because she didn't know what else to do or be except to work. Isn't that we had a brief moment of sharing space. You'll have to remind me, Elizabeth. He jumped in front of you. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to write this out so I remember this a little bit, because I have no recollection of this whatsoever. I just know that there's a connection, and just like today, like, hello, what are we doing? What are we doing? And he gives this almost like fluffy energy feeling for you, like, let's lift this up. Let's lift this up. And it's almost like lifting you up off the ground and bringing you up. I don't know. Okay. All right. Moving on. So I'm going to go get ready for work because I need to do that. And I will talk to you guys later. You remembered him from the past. You have a toe there in his time. He will pick you up. Here's the thing, Elizabeth. I know we've messaged about him fairly recently, and I'm trying to think about what's in the messages, and my brain just goes, I can't right now. So I'll have to go back and read the messages. Matter of fact, I think I might go back and read some of the messages from a long time ago. Everybody have a great day. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And if Sam were here, he'd say, may the light be with you always. All right, guys.